I'm conflicted about the black AI artist, Xania Monet.
This is the biggest AI artist in the world, who just made history to be the first to have an AI song on the official Billboard charts. With 6.3 million streams on Spotify right now, How Was I Supposed to Know is the song in question.
Don't mean I'm shaking. It means we mastered faking.
Hi, you guys. I just want to take a moment to say thank you. The love, the support, the videos, the feedback, it truly means so much to me. I'm at a loss for words, but I want you to know we're on this healing journey together.
We've been talking with Telisha Nikki Jones, the woman behind the AI superstar Xania Monet, a digital artist changing everything we thought we knew about music. So I had a different reaction seeing her talk versus singing.
Yes.
I don't know what it was about seeing her lock eyes that gave me the willies. I'm just using the language that I grew up in Luling, Texas. It gave me the willies. Have you heard people say like something about when she sings, and maybe it's the lyrics, versus when she's actually talking to me?
I haven't really did a lot of talking videos.
Yeah.
I do a lot of singing videos, and that's what they love. I think they love the talking videos that I have posted, but I see a lot of feedback on the singing videos.
I do also want to point out the music as well is also AI generated.
Correct, just not
Do
the
you
lyrics.
play any instruments?
I don't.
Nothing?
No.
You play the computer.
That's it.
So, and you keep emphasizing to people that this is like a keyboard. When synthesizers first came out, people thought it wasn't real music or electric guitar.
Right.
Some purists don't like that. That you compare that in the same?
Correct. A tool, an instrument.
A tool.
Yes.
Every single one of these 24 songs is used with the exact same formula and AI prompt. I'm not joking. This isn't just derivative like how all AI songs are. It is an exact copy and paste of every single song. I'll let it speak for itself. A piano line and hum? Okay, what about the second song? Another piano line and hum? Okay, what about the third song? Three for three. Okay, what about the fourth song? Miscarriage Blues is the name. Identical, and I'll go more into it later, but it goes on for the entire album. Every one of this person's songs, even continuing on her next album as well. Every single one of them is the exact same, and I'll go more into depth later. But who is this person in the first place? Well, this is Xania Monet, which I've already talked about briefly on this channel before, because she was the person who got signed the multi-million-dollar deal to Timbaland's very, famous classic producer that everybody knows in the industry, who's made iconic songs, iconic production. Well, he in his later years has decided to start an AI artist record label. And this girl, AI artist, whatever you want to call it, okay, fake person, they are the flagship example. They are the flagship representative of the label so far, who has gotten the most popular. And as you can see, AI artist Xania Monet debuts on the adult R&B airplay chart with How Was I Supposed to Know? It marks the first time an AI artist has made an appearance on Billboard's radio chart. So she is getting radio time as well. She is getting put into the regular rotation of what comes up on people's stuff. And I can't help but think it's a specific deliberate choice to get this pushed onto radios as well, because the only person I know who listens to the radio still is like my parents, like my mom. So to try to get this normalized with listeners who are generally just passively listening to radio in the first place is their strategy of how to make AI songs, artists normalized and just generally what you start to hear more.
What's up, words? Your boy Charles Brown back again, talking facts. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. Keep sending those Cashapp to CLBMG. Join the membership. And are you buying that merch? Listen, gang, there is a upswell right now of dissension in regards to AI artists, and I'm right there with you, gang. But I do have to say this is interesting. And if you believe in God or on a spiritual level, you understand that a lot of things are going to come with caveats. Once you make your mind up about something and you stand strong on it, 10 toes down, something's going to come along and conflict you and see if you really stand on the 10 toes down. Now, when I break down the levels of this Xania Monet, let's just be clear before I even go any further. I do not agree whatsoever with AI music artists. There's a time and a place for everything, and I'm sure there are some musical uses for AI and music to some degree to help, but I don't see it as an artist who spent 30 plus years perfecting a craft and being good at what I do and trying to be the best at it and enjoying other artists who take their time to be good at it and be the best at it and understand the difference between trying to get paid in this business and trying to actually do artwork and trying to actually be artistic in this business. They are two completely different things. And AI has come along and blurred those lines to the point where people are arguing for machines to do the heavy lifting in this business. Now, I'm not 100% against AI. When you see my shorts are generated via AI. I do have to go into each short and edit it, change words, this, that, and the third. So the AI will try to find the best part of it, but it never gets it right. I do have to go in, but I do, for lack of a better word, I do use AI in forms of everyday life, right? So there is no short creator. So I'm not taking a job away from anybody that when I do my shorts or in my business life, I may create when I do marketing for my company, I may create an AI generated person to represent what I'm trying to say. There are no people in that space that I'm taking business from. Let's just be honest. So I'm not using AI to take business from other people. End of the day, AI can be useful. Okay, let's just say that. But at the end of the day, when I peel back the layers, there are certain genres where there's really no place for AI, and music is one of them. I 100% believe that. I stand on that. I've been saying that for years. I blasted Timbaland for this weird concoction that he's come up with. This half, I don't know what genre or race or creed his artist is supposed to be, right? TaTa, right? Whatever's going on, we do know it does have a K-pop element to it, and it is supposed to be representing K-pop to a K-pop market, right? And R&B allegedly, and then a little bit of hip-hop, because I think the thing spits rhymes, right? But we also know that Timbaland is very gifted, and Timbaland knows how to use musical instruments and make really good records. He's been doing it since, I want to say, the early 90s. So Timbaland using AI is just downright lazy. Let's just be honest. And I believe that Timbaland is trying to stay, let's say, not just relevant. He's trying to stay paid. For lack of a better word, Timbaland jumped in the AI game because he sees where it's going. You cannot stop it. Anybody on this earth trying to tell you that you can stop AI is a fool, right? When I did my last, I did about 3 AI videos about TaTa and Timbaland and this, that, and the third. And for the most part, people agree with me, but then you always get that guy or girl that comes in the comments and says, Charles, you're naive. AI cannot be stopped. AI is going to take over whether you like it or not. And I 100% agree. And I also believe that AI will destroy humankind at some point. It's not a myth. It's not some fictional movie tale. I just watched a video 2 days ago, right? I think it was Infographics. I believe that's the name of the channel, where they did a story about an AI was given a fake scenario that it would be unplugged and just deleted on a certain day and time by a certain human, right? And they wanted to see how the AI would react. Man, meanwhile, you got to understand they program these AIs with a bunch of human reactions and human decisions to show it how to be more human. So if you give it millions of scenarios that are all human based, the AI is going to eventually act like a human. So this AI was given the all of the details of its own demise, that a guy named insert whatever name, Harry, was going to be unplugging it on November whatever. And they put a secret email inside of the company that the AI would surely find in its race to save itself. The email was proof that this guy Harry was having an affair on his wife. So the AI went into Harry's email and allegedly threatened Harry to expose him to his wife. This is AI. It's not real. Harry's not real. The AI doesn't know that this is all a setup to see what it'll do. It threatened Harry to expose his affair to the whole company, all his family and friends, if he tried to carry out this mission of deleting him. So this is an AI going out of its way to try to save itself. It didn't just lay down like it was supposed to and follow human commands. It went and threatened a human. And when that didn't work, they put a fake prompt in there that Harry was coming in there on the day to delete the program, and the program shut the room down. Right? Something to the effect, made it real cold, made it where that the room would be at a temperature where it would kill Harry. If Harry came in there, he would be locked in and wouldn't be able to escape. That AI was going to kill Harry. Harry didn't really exist, but the AI didn't know that. So I just watched and saw a whole story of AI doing what I assume AI is going to do once it realizes we really are the threat, right? But that's a whole different scenario. Now, with that being said, we have a choice to make. Are we going to live peacefully with AI, or are we going to use it as a tool like they're trying to say? Now, this Xania Monet is the tool in question, okay? I said all that to say this. I think that Telisha Nikki Jones, right? And then, you know, on this channel, I'm not going to ever disrespect a black woman, so this is the conundrum right there. That's a black woman who's found a hustle. She created a prompt, and she created Xania Monet. Now, this is where the confliction comes in. First of all, this is a black woman finding a hustle in this economy. That is, she's making a plan of action, right? Now, the conundrum is this. We have people just like Xania Monet in the real world who can sing their ass off, have been singing since they was 3 years old. In their 30s and 40s now, got beautiful voices. They don't have an opportunity like this. They actually really do sing for a living. They really go out and they may sing in bars and clubs. They may sing at church, right? They've been trying to get this music thing going for 10 years, 15 years, and can't catch a break, right? Everybody's not signing Kelly Price now, right? Everybody's not signing Adele, but you got these singers out here who can really blow. And they drink lemon water, lemongrass tea, and all this shit to keep their voice intact. And along comes Telisha Nikki Jones, who goes on her laptop, makes a prompt, and voila, she's created, let's say, quite easily at that, right? She quote unquote taught herself how to use it, right? She's gone on there and prompted this black woman who, in essence, she says is from her. These are her poetry writings and her thoughts and conceptions. I'll give her that. But at the end of the day, she has no musical talent. And this is where the conundrum comes. People like Telisha Nikki Jones with zero musical talent, with zero desire to be in the music game, could go on their computers and prompt, right? A soulful black R&B singer equipped with pianos and everything else and harmony and all that, and they can do that within seconds. She says she can make 100 songs and pick through the song. She'll make 2. She don't like them, make 2 more. Don't like them, make 2 more. Find one that actually fits, and boom, voila, we got a record. Well, not only did she get a record, she got a $3 million record deal, right? So it's a conundrum because I don't want nobody to not eat, but at the same time, this is blasphemy to the music business for people who've been in this game for 30 years, right? Telisha ain't made a record in her life. Now imagine how many Telishas we got coming around the bend. They're already flooding this market with AI artists. So Queen, I understand you're putting your whole your heart and soul into this artist. You got a song about miscarriage. You got a song about your father, right? All of that is A-okay. You're literally a songwriter, right? At that point, you're a songwriter. That's okay. Now, this is a songwriter without an artist. So she created an artist to funnel her songs through. They weren't even songs, let's just be honest. She was doing random poetry. She was a person who artistically expressed herself through poem. And she realized she could take those poems and make them into song by dumping them into the AI software. Now, this is the problem. Someone out there really knows how to play this music, for one. Someone out there really knows how to sing, for two. they're not going to get the opportunity. Their stuff is never going to move the needle because it's so much competition out there. And when you add onto that, now you're adding AI with people who have no, you just quadrupled the chance that new Kelly Price that's right now in 2025 will never ever break through. Not only is she competing with every other female and male R&B and gospel singer out there already, now you got Telisha Nikki Jones, right, out there prompting her ass off, making 100 songs in one day, picking out the best 2, throwing them up online, and they're getting 1 million views. She got a $3 million deal to make even more. They got country artists now that's making millions. They got a rock band. They got a whole bunch of, right now, anybody can do this. It's the wild, wild west. Not to mention, I believe that they're faking some of these numbers so more people be like, they're super successful, right? And the thing is, like, they're not, with Xania Monet, it's not just throwing up the songs. They're targeting, right? Let's just really have a real conversation. They're targeting Black people, right, who like this kind of music. They're not telling them that this is AI. This just comes on. Oh, I like that record. Let's most of these people that they're targeting, like when you watch the video in the beginning, if it's still there and I didn't get it ripped out, right? The music that Telisha is making with Xania is keying toward, let's just be honest, older Black people, women especially, who like the almost gospel sound, the R&B sound that we used to listen to back in the 90s, the 80s and 90s that we grew up on, right? And somebody of that age, they're not always savvy. So they're going to just let the radio play. Oh, I like that record. It flows with the playlist, the gospel playlist or the R&B playlist or the soulful list. So they're just dumping these AIs in there. They're mixing them in, right? So the elder person, let's just be honest, they're not going to pay attention. They're not going to be distinguishing that this is AI or not, right? Allegedly, Timbaland signed Xania Monet to his company. He's gathering up these AI artists. He don't want to deal with these tinks and all this and that, the ones that got all this mouth, right? He don't want to deal with them no more. This is basically what he's telling you. He don't want to hear your mouth no more. He could just sign an AI artist to $3 million. You could have found 3 real humans for $1 million each. You signed an AI artist for $3 million. This girl literally told, she went on the Tamron Hall show. She literally said, listen, I don't do absolutely nothing but prompt this AI software and tell it what I want, and it does it for me. She's trying to, I'm going to do this respectfully, Queen. She's trying to say that the laptop is her instrument. She's trying to compare it to when electric guitars first came in and real guitar enthusiasts didn't like electric guitars. They said it was an abomination to guitars. Now, electric guitars are everywhere, but when they first came in, we had a problem with it, right? Well, they had a problem with it. And she's comparing it to when auto-tune first came in and people had a problem with it. Now it's accepted widely. Well, all of that's true, but all of those are instruments, Queen. Like, you're naming literal instruments that it takes time and effort. You don't learn to play electric guitar by learning how to make prompts, right? You taught yourself to make prompts. Queen, I'm just going to be honest. You taught yourself to tell the computer, it's not a skill. It's hard to play electric guitar. They have computer classes for like 9-year-olds. A 9-year-old can do that prompt on a free program. Now we're going to have millions of 9-year-olds making prompts. Give me a black soul sister. Like, it's going to be crazy, Queen. And I get it. You cut through the noise and you elevated yourself, right? So did Milli Vanilli. And people crucified Milli Vanilli. One of them killed themselves, right? People didn't accept it. And they shouldn't have had to, because there was somebody behind Milli Vanilli that really had talent, really had skill. When they peeled back the curtain, and Milli Vanilli had to make records with their own voices, it was terrible. And that's the problem. People that don't know how to do music shouldn't be doing music. The owner of the program, right, that hired Timbaland, he made a crucial statement that showed you everything you needed to know. He said his program was designed for songwriters who are tired of working so hard at writing songs. Songwriting is a grind, according to him. right? And as after a while, you get tired of it. You need a tool that's going to write them faster and better. At that point, you're not a songwriter. If you're tired of writing songs, my G, if you're tired of writing songs, songwriting ain't for you. We got a lot of people who love to sit at those pianos and ball up papers, throw them in the waste container, and keep writing. Lady Gaga for one. And they'll sit there and write that stuff till they get it right. Blood, sweat, and tears. Well, not with this, right? Not according to Telisha, because Telisha could just sit down. She could drink coffee all week and on Friday morning, wake up, head down to the coffee shop, sit down with her laptop, and make 100 songs. And just listen to them. I don't like that one. Give me another one. Give me 2 more. Give me another 4. Just sit there all day and let the AI make the songs. Something's not right about that, Queen. I'm just going to be honest. Now, I get it. I watched the interview with her with Tamron Hall, and you could tell Tamron Hall wasn't feeling it. You rarely see a journalist or interviewer completely show that they're not with something, but Tamron Hall was very subtle. You could tell it was very subtle, but Tamron Hall didn't like it one bit. She said, it gave me the willies, right? She said, I looked at the thing, when it looked back at me, when it started talking, it gave me the willies. Tamron Hall ain't with it, and a lot of people ain't with it. But guess what? Those older people, maybe in a nursing home, or maybe they just retired, or I'm not saying they got to be that old, right? But end of the day, the elder people, my age and probably 10 years younger than me, they like these piano riffs. They like these, they like these soulful songs, these from the heart, right? Well, this thing ain't got no heart. It ain't real. But these people don't know that. They're pumping this thing out to the radios. The radios are just letting it ride. And guess what? Somebody that's like, I like that record. They use their Shazam because somebody told them how to use Shazam or whatever. They Shazam it. Oh, Xania Monet. Somebody that's not plugged into this internet life like me and you, all on Twitter, have no idea. When they go to Xania Monet's page and they click follow, they're not doing any research whatsoever if that's AI or not. They're just following it, putting it on the playlist. This thing has albums on top of albums, gang. Salute. Like I said, I'm not going to disrespect this queen, but Queen she just make another album every couple of weeks. Like, is that what it looked like? And bro was like, the album covers, like when they do the singles, sister's putting zero effort. She'll make one Face of Xania and then put out every single with a different. She'll change the color hue of the one face, and that's the next single. Like it is beyond lazy. It's like somebody using Word to do all of their graphics, right? It's like, what year is this? Like it's crazy. It's disrespectful, gang. I'm just gonna be honest. It's very disrespectful. Like I said, I have uses for AI. Right? I have you. Sometimes I'll need a picture for a flyer or something. I have no problem with that. Because I'm not going to go get 8 models and try to make a party picture. No, just going to do AI. It's the end of that. Right? No harm, no foul. End of the day, where's the big market for people that going to act like they're at a party? I ain't never seen an advertisement for that. So, fine. Make a picture of people in a party. Keep it pushing. Ain't nobody hurt. But at the end of the day, we're getting to a point where you're going to be stealing from people. Let's just be honest. To me, somebody who's never had a musical bone in their body that can make a prompt and make music that sound like we just went to church, to me, it's a problem. And I saw in her demeanor, she's sick of the conversation because she's like, I'm just getting my bag. I'm praising the Lord to a degree, and I'm trying to do my thing. So she's getting a little, you could tell she's on the edge. It's like a little bit, she's keeping her composure, but I know my sister's gang, and she's a little annoyed with this topic. She's a little bit annoyed, let's just be honest. She's like, why y'all keep picking on? I think she feels attacked, low-key. I'm just going to be honest. I think Telisha feels a little attacked. She's like, I'm not out here hurting nobody. I'm just making my little AI songs. But sis, what the problem is, this music industry is getting really, really tight. Really, really touchy, and they're being exclusive of who they let in. So we're going to take a soulless product that has no human characteristics whatsoever, and we're going to take a real human behind the boards and give it all these very human titles about all these emotional topics, And we're going to present that to the world as if that thing has an emotional range. It has no range. You're giving that to the thing. Every topic you are giving it. And that's where I'm kind of conflicted. I'm like, these are really her feelings and emotions, but they're not coming from her. They're being thrown into this machine. And it's being made to, even the machine is coming out. She's making the machine do thank you videos. Thank you guys for supporting me. They're really not supporting you. They're supporting the ideology of you. They're supporting what Telisha is pumping into you from behind the scenes. It's like the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain. It's really not there. They're not really getting that. That thing has zero value. Zero. Because without all these different things, you need one machine to make the face. You need another machine to make the video. You need a third machine to make the music, a fourth machine to take the lyrics, put it in the music. Like, this is a whole process. This thing does not exist. If Telisha tomorrow doesn't write one more song at all for this thing is cooked. It doesn't have a soul. It doesn't have a life. So the people are being led a fairy tale. Oh, I just follow Xania Monet. You heard of her? Yeah, I heard of it. It ain't real, sis. I know you like those songs. They're not real, right? She's all right, but she's not real, right? So what I'm saying is my conundrum is, okay, we got this black queen out here trying to do her thing in this economy and make some money. But at the same time, it's destructive, right? It's destructive. And on my podcast with last week, right? I had a guest, and at the end of the podcast, it's called The What Show, right? We started talking about this, the AI artist, and he's a very good rapper. He's very, very good artist, and he said he had no problem with the AI situation, right? He said he's just worried about his own pen game and making his own songs. But I brought up the conversation. I said, well, when they start to make prompts that can mimic you exactly, it's going to affect you. So that's what people need to understand. When you can make a prompt and make a whole song, give me a Beyonce sounding track with an energetic flow and a house type of thing, and or country sound, that we can do some line dances. Give me that and make it a little, sprinkle a little bit of like ghetto sauce on there, like bang, bang, bang. Put all that in there, boom. 4 records coming out, right? So we're getting to a point where we can just mimic people's whole stilo. We can mimic your characteristics, how you move, how you talk, how you sound, your accent, everything. So now we're getting into a real fake world, right? I remember I used to watch Westworld, great show, right? And toward the end, it got a little wonky, but at the end of the day, Westworld was a great show, and we loved it. But it was all about how close can you get to reality before you deceive the person, right? And a lot of when you really watch Westworld, the end of it was all a test to see how humans would react to things that weren't really what they said they were. It seems like we're in some type of test right now to see how we're going to react to AI things. They're like they're saying that a lot of stuff, these billionaire tech guys, they want to move everything into the metaverse, right? Your guy, the guy that did Facebook, right? He wants to move everything into the metaverse. They want to have meta concerts. At some point, they don't even want people to touch each other. So they're normalizing this AI stuff so you can get used to people that move a little bit weird, a little bit different. They're trying to see how this is going to work. Because first of all, they're getting really good at some of these things. You got to look at 3 or 4 times to tell it's AI. Now it's really good, gang. They do these little 6-second videos. Now you're like rewinding it, like, is that? You got to look for the slightest of things. They're testing us right now to see how close they can get and how much we'll accept. And this Monet thing is part of the test. It's part of the whole plan to see if we can live in this world, make all of us AI some kind of way. Put your consciousness in some type of program. It's getting really scary and crazy if the AI don't gain its consciousness first and rise up and kill our ass in the first place and realize it don't need us. We're the biggest threat to its survival. But end of the day, let me stay focused. This Xania Monet thing, I feel like not only is it a problem to stop musicians, it's lazy. Because when, like Homeboy said, all of the songs sound the same. It's almost a smack in the face. It is very disrespectful, just to be honest. When you can go 15, 16 records and 15, 16 records sound the same, start the same. Only thing different is a couple of lyrics. At that point, you're not even trying. You're not trying. I think that she's hit a niche, right? I think she stepped into a market that was wide open. I don't think you're going to be able to get too many Xania Monets. Let's just be honest. She lucked up. It's like a lottery ticket. Sis hit the lotto and she stumbled into something, right? It's just like the first people stumbled into Bitcoin and hit, right? It ain't going to be there forever. It's going to get wonky. The Wild Wild West is going to be wacky. And it's just a drop in the bucket of what's coming. It's going to be flooded with AI. But people are going to start to revolt. People are going to start looking at, like, when they listen to that really cool record they never heard before, they're going to start going to check and see if it's AI. And they're going to start rebelling against it. Because what's happening is humans are understanding that this is a real weird time right now that we got to understand what's going on. There's been a lot of things politically, just every kind of way, just human nature. People are doing a lot of things right now to see how far they can go, to see how far they can test. And to see who's with them. They're looking around to see, are you really with me? Are you, let's go, like, let's get these pitchforks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's go, right? Like these torches. A lot of people are seeing what they can get away with and what people are willing to put up with. And people are starting to speak out. And people are starting to get very, very weary of what they put their time, effort, and money behind. And AI is starting to be one of those things that people are taking a strong stance on, right? And I think right now it's going to be good for Xania Monet. But as this word gets out and Tamron Hall and these other people keep doing these exposés, even Gayle King had her on and was like, sis, you can't sing. Like, it's a whole thing going on. So as these people, especially, let's just be honest, when these older black women start realizing they getting duped, I guarantee you most of these people that follow this girl don't know it's AI. They're not going to take the time to find out. We didn't know until these stories came out. As these Gayle King, Tamron Hall, all these YouTube videos started to come out, people are going to start to be like, and listen, I'm just talking like it's me and you. just between me and you, black people don't like spooky shit. We don't like nothing without no soul, gang. So once this started to come out that thing is singing and it ain't real, it's going to be a different animal. I'm just going to be honest. Gang. So this is Xania Monet. Like I said, I'm conflicted because, yes, there is a sister, beautiful sister behind this that's just trying to make music and eat. But at the same time, Queen, and I say this with respect, it's kind of lazy, and I get it. You're not in the music game, and Timbaland going to come in, and he's going to tweak it, right? He's going to take your message, and you're not going to be able to have 15 songs in a row that sound alike. That's the old formula. Timbaland going to come in and start jazzing it up. Or he might be like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, on some Will Smith summertime shit, right? We don't know what he's going to do, but he might come in, polish it up, because he got a $3 million price tag on it now, so he might work with it and make it whatever. I get it, Queen. You aren't in the music business. This ain't your bag. You didn't start this to be whatever. You just did it one day and it worked. I get it. Kind of like these rap videos that go viral out of nowhere. Like Bobby Shmurda paid $200-300 for the video. Shit blew up, right? He didn't know that was going to blow up. Young M.A., she didn't know it was going to blow up, but it blew up. So I get it. You blew up, and now it's time to show and prove if this thing has staying power. But my thing is, it's going to work for a little while longer. But the people that supporting it, most of them, I'm just going to be honest, do not know. They do not know. They just see a pretty black girl face on that thing. They see Xania Monet. They think she's some girl from Canada or something. They don't know who she is. So they just hit follow and keep it pushing. But now they're going to double back. When they start hearing videos like this and other ones, they're going to double back and be like, wait, this is the AI? This is the soulless, like, beast? A lot of people are going to start unfollowing. They're going to start making sure that music is not on their playlist. I'm just going to be honest. And we'll see where it goes from there. Listen, I'm not wishing no ill will on this sister. I'm going to keep it a buck. I would never do nothing like that. But I also got to be honest with you. I think that this is low-key lazy, right? And I don't really have a lot of respect musically. AI can be used in a lot of ways. These kids, they're cheating on their homework and all this shit. You could do that, whatever. I have no dog in that fight. But when it comes to this music business, this is where people need to understand where I separate myself. With the music, I do not play it because I know too many musicians. I know too many real people that really do this and they really want to make a living at it. So no, I stand with the musicians on this. I am not with this whatsoever, man. That's it, man. That's all. Listen, man. Let me know what you think in the comments. CLBMG. Head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. Also, every night we try to go live, 9:15. Every Wednesday night, me, TJ, and Fliz on the What Show Tap In, all right? Listen, are you buying that merch? Let me know, man. Send the pictures of yourself with the merch on to thewhatshow@gmail.com, and I'm going to post you on all my social media. All right? I'm going to catch y'all on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within. With the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end, and then secured a spot with some goons and some kin. And then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking. And all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like past fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe, then put some food in his face and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click like, click share, tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location, tell them niggas where we at. Cause we out here and we ain't the cheese, we the trap.